Guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you guys so much for stopping by with me today. In this video I'll be showing you guys how I do my first acrylic nail set. So for this tutorial I'll be using this nail drill set that I purchased from Amazon. It's on the brand Glamador. It comes with some ceramic nail drill bits, and it also comes with metal nail drill bits, yeah, and the sanding bands, and it also comes with some nail forms. This drill is pretty simple to use. It just comes with the drill bit. You just push it in just like that. The first one I'll be using is the one that you could put the sanding band on it, and I'm showing you guys how it comes. The thing with this one, it comes with the control part is actually on the card that you plug in, and the control also have where you could put it if you're right-handed or left-handed, direction you want the drill to spin in, and also the speed that you want it to go. So being that this is my first time using a drill, I'm going to keep it on the lowest speed because listen. And I started to use the sanding band to, you know, file my natural nail just to take off the smooth shiny surface, the top surface, and I wasn't very comfortable using it, so I just went back to my hand file, and just used the more softer side to just file off the layer of my nail. Now what I'm gonna do is try to use this to do the whole cuticle, to file around my cuticle, just to clean up my cuticle. And what I did first, I pushed my cuticle back. This looks like I'm doing it hard. I'm not. It doesn't hurt. And yeah, so I'm just gonna push it back, and then I'm gonna take that pointy bit right there, and I'm gonna use that just to file around my cuticle area so we could clean it up, so that we have a nice kind of, you know, professional nail application. Now this drill, I would leave a link to that in the description down below, where you guys could purchase this on Amazon. So yeah, so I'm just gonna do the same process on my 10 fingers. Yep. And I did change the lighting. Oh, throughout this video you're gonna see different lightings. I was trying to adjust to see which lighting is more clearer, showing the process of what I'm doing. Now this is an acrylic nail kit that I'm using. This is the Mia Secret nail kit. It comes with buffer, nails, the glue, acrylic bond, what that thing is called, the dehydrator, clear nail polish. It comes with a file, it comes with the brush, and it also comes with a monomer that you're supposed to use with the acrylic. So I'm going to start off by using the nail dehydrator, and I'm going to apply this on all my fingers, and then I'm going to go in with the acrylic bond. Now moving on to the nail tips. This set does come with 20 nail tips, and I'm just gonna go through and find the ones that fit my nail. Now how I do this, for each finger that I measure, I just assume that my next finger is the same size. Let's assume. And when you look at these nail tips, they have a number under them. So for example, if the big finger is a number 2, what I do is I look for another number 2, and I just put them together, so one goes onto the left and one goes onto the right. Now at first I was putting the glue directly onto the tip of my nails, and then I was just putting the nail onto it, and then I move into putting the glue directly onto the nail, and then putting it onto my real nail, onto the nail tip. Yeah, right here. I was putting the nail, I started to put the nail glue onto the nail tip, just in that area right there, and then I was just sticking it onto my fingers, right? And then you're gonna hold the nail onto the finger for a couple seconds until it's dry, just to make sure it dries in place. Now I'm just gonna measure them up to the length that I want. I'm not a long nail type of person. I'm just gonna do a moderate length so I could still braid my hair and stuff like that, right? So I'm just going to measure them up, then I'm using the cuticle cutter to cut them in at the length that I want. Now what I'm going to do is take the nail file to file off the top layer of the nail extensions, the nail tips. I'm just going to file off that smooth shiny area of it, and then I'm going to go into the acrylic. Now this is my first time ever doing an acrylic nail set. I did a dip powder set previously, which I will link down below, but that was more simpler than a whole acrylic using monomer and all of that type of thing. So don't judge me. This is my first time. And also, when you get the brush out of a brand new brush, it's kind of stiff. So what I did, I dip it into the monomer just to loosen up the brush, and then I just wipe off the excess monomer. Make sure you have a paper towel or something that you could wipe your brush off, that you could use to wipe your brush off after you dip it into the acrylic, because you're gonna need to do that. Now what I did, I dip into the monomer, and then I use the brush to dip into the acrylic, and then I put that bead. That's what it's called. It's called a bead. Yes, I've watched a few tutorials on the YouTube University, so I learned a few terms of how to talk about the nails, right? So I guess I was so anxious, or it's my first time, as I said, so I was forgetting all the steps properly. So I started to apply acrylic onto the nail without shaping it. So I wanted like a more squarish coffin shape, like not so coffin, not a narrow coffin, and not so square. So I'm gonna cut the sides, and for the one that I already did with acrylic, I just used the nail nipper just to clip the sides of it, right? I'm not suggesting you do this. Please cut it before you start to apply your acrylic, but just in case you forget like me, you could still cut it with a nail clipper, okay? I don't know if this is a professional advice. This is just what I did, and I'm showing you guys how I achieved my first ever acrylic nail set, okay? So again, I am not a professional. I'm not licensed. I'm not certified. None of that. I'm just learning how to do my nails because of quarantine, and I think I actually develop a new skill that I like. So let's see how far I go with this. Now what I did, I took another bead of acrylic and I bring it a little closer to my cuticle, not into my cuticle, but as close as possible, right? And then after doing that, I smooth it out, and I'm taking another brush. The nail drill bit set also comes with like 10 brushes, so I'm just using one of those brushes, dip it into the monomer, use it to clean around my cuticle area so that I don't have any messy acrylic around it, right? Now I'm going in with a smaller bead of acrylic, and I'm going to use this to go a little bit closer to my cuticle and just smooth it out, right? You want to be able to see your cuticle when you're applying this acrylic. You don't want to cover your cuticle, so please, you want to get as close as possible to your cuticle, but not onto your cuticle, right? Now after that, I'm going to clean off the brush, and this is what I'm saying, make sure you guys have something to clean the brush off with, because if not, I find that the brush kind of get a little bit, I don't know how to describe it, but it's not as flexible and like working best when you have the acrylic in it, right? And also I noticed with this brush, it's a little soft. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be, but while I was using it, I feel like it was a little bit too soft-ish. It worked fine, obviously, but I don't know if it's supposed to be stiffer. If any nail tech watch this and could advise me if the brush is supposed to be a little harder or not, let me know, and maybe leave a suggestion for a good acrylic brush that I should be using. All right, so now I'm going to continue the process on all my fingers, and yeah, I'm just going to take small enough portions of acrylic and just apply it and smooth it out onto my nails. Now, as I said again and again, I am not a professional. However, I must say that I'm proud of how smooth this acrylic applied. So I think I want to invest in some larger portions of this monomer and acrylic powder from Main Secret, because it's the first one I tried and I got it to apply pretty smoothly. Now I think I have to work on the placement of the acrylic on my finger just to make it a little bit more perfect. But for my first time, I'm gonna give myself a little pat on the shoulder, y'all, because I seen a lot of people scared, because I watch a lot of people first time using acrylic, and some of them come out a little bit more lumpy and things like that. So because of that, I was kind of scared, and that's why I waited until I ordered a nail drill before I actually tried doing the acrylic, because I was expecting it to be a little bit more of a lumpy look. So I was like, I might need to file a little bit extra, but it was not. Now I don't know if I'm using the correct portion of monomer to acrylic. At some point it was a little bit too runny, and at some point it was perfect. But I think the more I do it, or the more you do it, is the more you're gonna know what to do, how to do it, and you get better, right? Just take your time and don't rush it. This did take me about 2 to 2.5 hours to do. So yeah, it did take me some time, but I'm sure that, you know, the more I do it is the faster it's going to get done. Now I'm going to go in with a hand file, and I'm using an old one that I had that I used in my previous nail video, but I forgot that the acrylic set from Mia Secret also comes with a nail file. So then I went in for that one, which is both sides is the same as the rough side, which is 100. So I'm going to take that just to file the sides of my nail before I go in with the nail drill to, you know, file and shape the nail. So how I file my nail, I just file the sides inwards into like that coffin shape that I want, and then I file the top straight, right? Now I don't know if those are the correct terms, but I hope you guys seeing what I'm doing is working a lot better than me explaining it. Now when you're filing, you want to kind of move your skin away from your nail so that you don't bruise and, you know, cut your skin around your nail. So you want to be very careful with that, and especially when you're doing your non-dominant hand, which is my left hand for me. So now I'm going to take the metal drill bit. I don't know exactly what's the name of this one, but I hope you guys seeing it, well, you know, you could tell which one it is. And I'm going to use that to file off just file down the nail a little bit, just to make it a little bit more natural-ish. But however, with this metal nail drill, because as I said, I was scared, I didn't take it as close to my cuticle area. So I use this just to file around the nail, but not too close to my cuticle. And for this entire video, I had the drill on the lowest speed because, y'all, this is my first time and I didn't want an accident. As I move into my left hand, I think I started to pump the speed up a little bit just to get through it a little bit faster, because this is the part of the whole application that took me the longest, was filing it. And that's because I was scared using, you know, I was scared using this nail drill, plain and simple. So yeah, I'm just gonna do this to all my fingers, and then I'm gonna change the drill bit to the ceramic one to file around the cuticle. After I'm done with filing and shaping, and then I'm gonna go in with the buffer that comes in the Mia Secret acrylic kit, and I'm gonna use the sponge part, which is that purple area right there, just to smooth and shine the nails. This will help to get rid of any lines that's caused from like when you're filing and things like that. It will like create little lines. And I'm gonna wash my hands, and this is what the nails are looking like. I'm super happy with the way it came out my first time. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of how smooth this acrylic applied. However, I think I still need to work on the placement of the acrylic. And I did go ahead and polish it and try to create some dots, but I didn't like it because the dots, when I put the clear polish over the dots, it kind of smudges it. And this was done the day before Labor Day, which is y'all Memorial Day in the US. This was done the day before Memorial Day, and I was going somewhere on Memorial Day, so I just decided to wipe it off when I woke up and apply this Sally Hansen, like this pixelated nail polish. So right here I tried to wipe it off so I could redo it on camera, but then because of the pixel, it was just taking a lot of time to get it off my nails. So I just decided to start applying another coat over it just to show you guys on camera how I did it. But it's pretty simple. I love polishes like this because then I don't have to worry about, you know, making it super perfect with lines and applying several layers and make sure it's even. It's just a nice clear polish with like those pixels in it, which I really, really love. I'll leave link to everything down below. After polishing, I'm gonna go in with the Mia Secret top coat that came in the kit also, and I'm going to use this as the top coat for the nails. So I'm just going to apply this all over my nails and then just leave it to dry. This top coat really dried fast, so I didn't have to wait like very long for it to dry. And this is the finished look for these nails. I am in love with it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up, comment, let me know what you think about my first time, and I hope to keep these videos coming. Okay, so thank you guys again so much for watching, and until next one, bye guys.